Welcome to Demon Cuts. No polish, no mercy, just truth. Some records don't just play, they cut you open. This one might be the most controversial of them all. Metallica's Escape from the Monster, Saint Anger. Let's get to the cut. Welcome to the Demon Cut. No polish, no mercy, just truth. Every episode of the Demon Cuts is about the bands that inspired me on this journey for survival, this war journal of sobriety that I'm building in live time in front of you. These are the records that taught me you can crawl out of hell and still make noise. And tonight, we're walking into the fire with Metallica's Saint Anger. Now, this album's 20 years old and it's still relevant today, especially with what they went through and what I'm going through. It's probably the most controversial heavy metal album of all time. Bob Rock said, "To me, this album sounds like four guys in a garage getting together and writing rock songs. We just did it. Boom." And that was it. A garage band. Yeah. Except it's Metallica. The biggest band on earth, trying to remember how to just be a band again. And that's where the noise starts to tell the truth. Back then, the whole thing was splintering and falling apart. Hetfield was in and out of rehab for over a year and went long periods of time without talking to the band. Lars was angry about everything, and Kurt stuck in the middle. Bob Rock was just trying to hold things together and barely succeeding. They were not a machine anymore. They were human again. And Saint Anger is what that sounds like. Rehab rage, ego detox, resentment, therapy on tape. That record wasn't broken. Those men were. Bob Rock later said that the snare sound, yeah, that one, kept the band together. That sound became part of their survival, not just their instrumentation. And Hetfield said, "There's a lot of passion in this. 2 years of condensed emotion. We've gone through struggles, epiphanies. It's deep." And you can feel that in every hit of that snare. It's ugly, but it's honest. When I first got sober, my head sounded just like that drum tone. Metal on metal, no harmony. Because you don't walk out of hell tuned and polished, you crawl out coughing. That's Saint Anger, a man still trying to believe he deserves to be saved. Now, truth one, emotion beats perfection. Truth two, anger is a language when you can't speak peace yet. Let me say that again. Anger is a language when you can't speak peace yet. And truth three, sometimes the noise is the message. Even legends like Jimmy Page and Jack White told Bob Rock they loved this record. And that says something. When the critics heard chaos, the true creators heard courage. So what do you do with a record that's flawed? It's raw, half finished, yet honest. You lean into that story. Because for someone walking through hell, that's the only music that feels like home. And the funny thing is, that chaos saved them. You don't get Death Magnetic without Saint Anger. You don't get Rebirth without burning out the poison first. On Louder Than My Demons, we talk about rewire, rebuild, redeem. That's what Metallica did on Saint Anger. People said the snare sounded like a garbage can. Yeah, maybe that's what their souls felt like. Empty, dented, echoing, but still making noise. Because you got to scream before you can sing again. All right, time for the Outlaw Verdict. My cuts above and the bullet that missed. Everybody talks about Frantic, Some Kind of Monster, or the title track. And yeah, those all hit. But Invisible Kid, that one gets me. That's every metalhead's reason for being, feeling unseen, unheard, lost in the noise. If you're a 13-year-old kid and you feel any of that, this song's for you. It isn't just metal, it's therapy with distortion. And Sweet Amber, if you've ever poured one too many or chased that numb spot until it bit back, you know it. It's temptation in a glass. It's addiction dressed up like a friend. Hetfield nailed it because he lived it. So did I, and chances are, so did you. Those two bleed truth and recovery through every riff. Now, every outlaw misses a shot sometimes, even Metallica. And for me, that's the solos that never came. Kirk Hammett said, we tried to put solos on the album. It really sounded like an afterthought. And I guess he's right. You don't want to force a square peg into a round hole, but it feels like something's missing in the open spaces. No breath, no melody cutting through the chaos. Take Purify. It's a great groove, good energy, but you're waiting for that lead that never, ever comes. Sometimes the bullet that missed still echoes. But man, I wish a few of those leads had found their target. So yeah, say what you want about Saint Anger. It's raw, it's reckless, it's real. And sometimes being real is the loudest thing you can do. This has been a Demon Cut. If your demons ever get too loud, make sure you're louder. That's the Demon Cut. Take it and bleed with it. Next week, we dive into Dr. Feelgood, the album that came after Nikki Sixx almost killed himself on heroin. Motley Crue's Resurrection, one track at a time. And don't forget, if this cuts you deep, hit subscribe and share it. Also, Friday, November 14th, Louder Than My Demons drops Episode 9, The Sacrifice, a tribute to the veterans of the United States. Find us at LTMD Podcast across every social platform, or visit louderthanmydemons.com for episodes, shorts, and updates, including the launch of our new store coming soon. And remember, stay loud.